This is my dad. A little while ago, he was diagnosed with alopecia. So in this film, we're going to follow him and his hair loss for a year to see what issues he faces and what happens to his head, both on the outside and the inside. When were you diagnosed?
Well, I saw the doctor about 2 weeks ago, but I've been conscious for a few weeks beforehand. That when I was in the shower washing my hair, there was a lot of hair coming out, and then people at work said that I was going bald, and because it was the back of my head, I was sort of saying, nah, don't be daft, because my dad's got a fairly good head of hair and everybody in the family's got quite good heads of hair, so it was one of those things that I never expected. So I kind of was in denial for a while, I suppose, and then I sort of spotted it when I was in the bathroom. It became obvious that there was a few patches appearing, so I went to the doctor and he said that that's what it is. So I've had some blood tests, but I'm still waiting for the results. I went to the doctor on Monday and I had my results of my blood test that I had done. They couldn't really find any obvious cause for my hair loss, but they said that I was low with my level of iron in the blood and also my B12, and that's the sort of stuff that you get in Marmite, they said, for B12 and green vegetables, that sort of stuff, which I eat a lot of, or a fair amount of.
You don't eat that much Marmite?
I have the occasional bit of Marmite. I take 2 of those in the morning, and then these other ones, which are the iron tablets, ferrous fumarate, and I have to take one of those twice a day. So I took one of those this morning, so I'll take the other one of those when I get home. I've got to do that for a couple of months, but I am booked in for another blood test tomorrow, so then we'll possibly know a bit more.
So the other day, you went for a haircut.
I did.
Why did you have a haircut?
Because my hair was getting long and it was still falling out quite quickly and it was a bit annoying, so I might as well cut to the chase and have it done short. So that's what's happened. I kind of look at my head and think, is it ever going to grow back or whatever? But it's all kind of, it's got a lot, the colour of it is changed as well. It's got a lot lighter, but I think that's possibly because it's even thinner than it used to be. So it looks like I've almost gone kind of blondie.
You had a few tests.
Yeah, I'm still taking the tablets, which were for 2 months, and I suppose got a few more weeks of that to go, and then I've got to go back to the doctor, I suppose. I'm not really sure. I imagine I've got to have another blood test just to see, what the iron levels and the B12 levels are like. I think my hair may have stopped actually falling out.
I think
it's definitely gone white.
Have you noticed if it's like started growing again, or was that never a problem?
It's getting longer, but I don't know whether it's growing in the places that were bald before, because I've let it grow a little bit because I had it cut short in the summer and I didn't like it, so I thought if I grew it, we'll see how it goes, and I think it looks a bit better, a bit longer, but we'll see. It's certainly, when I wash my hair, it doesn't seem to be falling out.
If you haven't seen someone for a few months,
yeah,
what do you say to them? Do you flag it up, or?
I don't say anything, but it's clear that they do a double take and they have a look, and sometimes they say, crikey, what's happened to you? And other times it's all, just a bit sort of awkward.
Do you almost feel more awkward for them?
Yeah, sometimes it's a bit embarrassing. Because they're clearly, because I mean at work there's a lot of people that didn't ask me because they thought I was really seriously ill and they didn't want to raise the subject, so I kind of did a bit of a general announcement at work saying, for God's sake, it's only change of hair colour and I'm going a little bit bald because I've got alopecia.
Did that get on well, do you reckon?
Yeah, I think so.
That was a good thing to do.
A lot of people came to me and said, well, I'm glad you said something because we didn't know what to say and everybody's been talking about it, and I thought, I didn't realise everybody had been talking about it. But I think people sort of were concerned. I had blood tests and that showed that my bloods were back to normal. I haven't resumed the tablets. My hair seems to have started growing again, and from being quite white it's now sort of a bit black and white, and I don't feel tired anymore, and everything seems to be fairly normal.
You were feeling tired?
In the past, when I first went to the doctor, I was feeling a bit tired towards the end of the day, and down to
usually just before bedtime. So, are you happy now? You seem to be over the worst of it?
I don't know, it's just weird. It seems to have developed a mind of its own.
It's a miracle. 12 months ago, if I'd gone like that and pulled my hair, I would literally had tufts of hair, a lot of hair in my hands. Now, a couple of hairs, and that's not normal. You lose up to 100 hairs a day anyway.
Is there anything you would have done different over the year?
No, I think it was important that I went to the doctor when I did. The doctors did all the tests, and I went to all the appointments, and I took the tablets, and there wasn't a great deal I could have done. It was just strange, and it was the not knowing what was causing it that was the main sort of issue that I had. And it's only now that I realise just how much the people who I work with and family were concerned about me, and because it was a dramatic change. I mean, it happened quickly, and a lot of people were worried simply because we didn't know what the cause was. So everybody was fearing it was something very serious. I mean, it's difficult. Everybody has to deal with it in their own way, but the most important thing is to do something. Don't just ignore it. Go to your doctor, because there's lots of positives. I mean, with me, I mean, there was a chance that the alopecia would be permanent and I would end up bald, but I mean, equally on the websites that I looked at and what my doctor told me was that it might just be a temporary thing, and that the hair would come back. And yeah, I was a lucky one. It did come back. Don't ignore it. There is advice out there.